Hello, beautiful people. So today we are going to do an exercise about conveying emotion through dance. So we are going to create movement. We're going to freestyle, focusing on conveying a specific emotion. We're going to do happy and we're going to do sad. To end on a positive note, we're going to end on happy. But first I want to talk about how you create for yourself a space where you're able to convey these emotions. So if I'm trying to show a specific emotion through movement, first, one of the things I like to do is think about what I actually do in real life, in everyday life, when I'm having that particular emotion. So for example, if I'm experiencing sadness, I may actually cry in real life. If something happens to me that makes me sad, I may cry. I tend to be more lethargic, so I tend to feel more lazy. I may be slower in my movement, not have as much energy or motivation to do things. I may actually look down a lot. Because I'm feeling sad or depressed, I may actually look down. I may not have the desire to look up and look forward to something in life or to keep going. When we have those feelings of sadness, it shows in our actual body what we're going through in our minds. So we tend to look down. We may do things like put our face in our hands. Everybody conveys emotions in slightly different ways, but one of the beautiful things about being human is that we all have similarities when it comes to showing these emotions, and that's why we're able to tell when someone is sad or happy or angry or scared or excited. So now in terms of happiness, so when I'm feeling happy, I tend to have more energy. I tend to be smiling a lot. I tend to use my hands a lot more when I'm talking. If I feel happier, I will look up a lot more. You can even see in my eyes, they're wider, they have more energy, they're more expressive. So we are going to take those characteristics. So I want you to think in your mind first about the things that you do when you're sad and when you're happy. So what are some of the things that you do? How do you act? What does your face look like? What do you do in your arms? How do you walk around? How do you sit around? How do you move? How do you look at people when you're feeling sad versus when you feel happy? And you're going to take those experiences, what you do when you're sad and happy, and you're going to translate it into dance. Okay? So when you're dancing, it's still movement. You're just moving to a beat. You're moving to music. So we're going to do this exercise without music though, because I don't want anything influencing that. So we are going to first do sad. We're going to do movement conveying sadness, and then we're going to do movement conveying happiness. Okay? And it's also nice to do these exercises if you feel like you need to release one of these emotions. So many times when I feel sad or frustrated, what I'll do is dance it out or create some type of movement, whether it's with music or not, so I can release that tension and stress from my body. You're physically moving your own energy around, and it allows you to let that go instead of letting it be stagnant inside of you, and that's what you don't want. So let's do the first part of the exercise, which is dancing, conveying the emotion of sadness. Okay? So just keep it simple, nothing crazy for now. If you want to go crazy and do some tricks and go all over the place, all over your room, by all means feel free to do that. I'm just going to show you my simple version here. Okay? I'm going to tilt this up a little bit. Okay, so first I'm going to move conveying sadness. I'm going to dance Without music, I'm just conveying the emotion of sadness. Okay, so that was just some simple, creative dance movement conveying sadness. Now I'm going to show happiness. Okay. So, the most important part of this exercise has to do with really getting in touch with your emotion and learning to be comfortable in expressing yourself and releasing that emotion through the movement without actually worrying about how you look or if you lose your balance or miss a step. It's all part of conveying your emotion in a creative process. Thanks, you guys.